is real cheap. She hitting. Oh, she ready for the club. She, she,
And
she,
that is Deion
she ready for
Sanders,
the
the head coach
club.
of Jackson State University, comparing artificial turf in a way that just made it simple. It made it plain. A good lace front is good turf. Let's get more context to this. Let's bring in my man Neely. He's from the Pregame Show, covering all things Jackson State University. Neely, man, I mean that was simple. That was plain, right? Like a good lace front.
I've never looked at it that way before, but I have a new appreciation for how we measure and grade artificial turf. And Coach Prime is always good for a gym, and that was an instant classic right there.
Yeah, man, he reels them off right off the top of his head there. To tell the people who aren't as familiar, how big of an upgrade was that? Something that, according to your conversation, which can be heard in its entirety, if you go subscribe and hang out at the Pregame Show on YouTube and all social media. So make sure you guys do that to hear that full conversation. But how big of an upgrade was this for JSU?
I don't think we can measure the impact. We were like a lot of HBCUs. We were just managing and making do with what we had. And we were excelling with what we had. And we had a practice field that, frankly, when it rained, you couldn't use it. Whether it rained the day before or the day of, or 2 days earlier in some instances, you couldn't use it. So there was a lot of wasted time and logistics, having to travel to the Memorial Stadium where we play our home games to practice, having to practice inside of gyms because the field was just too muddy because it held water too long. And now, with Coach Prime being here in less than a year of him being here, we now have a new turf practice field that's been sponsored in part by a lot of his corporate friends. So, Tolly, when I say it's 0 to 100 as far as that field surface goes, the 0 might be a little harsh of a grade, but the fact of the matter remains, you can't put a true measurement on the improvement level that having this turf field does for us compared to what we had and what we were managing in previous years. It is a leap forward in light year status.
All right, so you can't measure it, but you can always remember the analogy. It's like having a good lace front.
Yeah, if you can see the stitches, it ain't good.
So the field is club ready. All right, let's go and check out Coach Sanders one more time because he has a little preview for what he says Media Day, which is coming up in Birmingham in just a few days, of what it's going to be like coming from him.
I'm excited. I'm gonna show out now. I'm gonna say some things. Say some things need to be said because I'm not just speaking on behalf of Jackson State. I'm speaking on behalf of all HBCUs. We got to do better. We got to go deeper. We got to want more. We got to demand more, and we can get it.
All right, so that's Coach Sanders once again coming back here live with Neely. It's not bragging if you back it up. So if Coach Sanders says he's going to put on a show at Media Day, I have no reason not to believe him, right?
Right. He's never one to mince his words. He's never one to worry about being politically correct. What he's going to do is speak his truth, speak what's on his mind. And he has a new set of eyes, bringing his unique set of experiences to the SWAC, to this HBCU space, specifically to Jackson State University. But there's some shared common issues that all these coaches face in this HBCU spectrum. And he does not mind being the guy to put those issues out there for everybody. So when he says he's going to put on a show, that means he's not going to pull any punches. That means he's not going to hesitate to put it out there, what challenges and issues we all face collectively that we can work on together while we're competing for this SWAC championship.
All right, Neely, I had a sneak preview of that full conversation, which, again, people can check out on your YouTube channel, keyword The Pregame Show. And, Neely, you kind of felt the way when he said that. Like you were like, hold up, Coach Prime, I got something that I want to tell you. Give us a little inside as much as you can on that.
Yeah, sometimes in our conversations, because we really don't do interviews with Coach Prime, we just have conversations with a hot mic and a camera rolling. And I just got to thinking about when he's speaking his truth, a lot of people tune it out because they're making it about him. And so what I was simply saying to him is, Coach, we're going to have to get past making it about you. Yeah, you're the face, you're the voice, you're the person who's saying these words, but you're saying them on behalf of a group, saying them on behalf of a market space that has been disenfranchised for generations. And so now you have this new guy coming and he's saying, hey, what about this? What about that? And people a lot of times are tuning it out because of Deion Sanders instead of listening to the message. So what I say to people is hear him, don't make it about him. Put your blinders on, do whatever you got to do, and just listen to the words he's saying, because they deeply impact all HBCUs. And we're dealing with the SWAC and dealing with Jackson State. But if we make it just about Jackson State, just about the SWAC, then we've lost ground, because this is a bigger mission at stake. So what I was saying to him, Tali, is simply this, man. We've got to get people to listen to the listen to the message, but not worry about the messenger so much, because people start to tune it out when they make it about Deion Sanders. And what you're going to hear at SWAC Media Day is going to be about HBCUs in general. And I know he's going to hit a home run, because he's not going to pull any punches.
Well, Neely, I just hope that I hear it, man. A little birdie told me today that somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 people have been credentialed for SWAC Media Day.
Wow.
I feel like it was more like 25 the last time we were there, man. So I might not even be able to hear it. We might have to get a replay there. It's going to be a packed house, a lot of new faces. And gee, I wonder why.
I was saying around here, we call it BP, before prime, or AP after prime. So this is the SWAC Media Day that's AP after prime. So it's going to be a new ball game, man. It's going to be a media circus, media frenzy. But knowing Coach Prime the way I do, he's going to make some time available, for folks like HBCU Gameday, for folks like the Pregame Show, because we've been dealing in this space and telling our stories for years. And he is big on, supporting those venues and those spaces as far as narratives go. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be exciting, but we're going to get to hear him.
Hey, man, I just hope I still can get a big piece of chicken at lunchtime, man. It's going to be some fierce competition. I mean, I might be stuck with a wing this year, man.
We'll get you 2 wings.
But seriously, though, a lot of this comes down to just like the laws of power, right? Deion Sanders, Coach Sanders, in a position where he has the hammer. And when you got the hammer, what do? You swing. A lot of people out there, may not be secure in their job, or they don't want the smoke, or they don't want to ruffle things up with administration. But that is all of that is a non-factor from his seat there in Jackson, right?
There's no doubt about it. I think you're nailing it. No pun intended with your hammer analogy. But I think you're dead on spot with that. There are a lot of people, because of territorialism and trying to protect their turf, they take offense to what he's saying because it's ruffling the feathers of their particular base. But that is not going to stop Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, from saying it. When he feels there's something that needs to be addressed, whether it's Jackson State, whether it's the SWAC, whether it's HBCUs or America, he's one guy that just doesn't hold back on putting his opinion out there. And more times than not, the opinion is credible. Is it something that he has a deep-rooted passion and experience base in, and something that the other side, maybe they're offended by the way he said it, but they've never said, hey, he's lying. Hey, he's incorrect. It's just always been, oh, he shouldn't say it like that. And he's not a guy that worries about saying it the right way. He's going to put it out there. All
right. He is Neely from the Pregame Show. You have more access to Deion Sanders and his program than any other organization. And we just want to take a moment to thank you for sharing that with us and our fans here at HBCU Gameday. I hate when people come up with the term polarizing, and I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think that it's just a lot of fun has fallen into the lap of the SWAC, and I'm enjoying it. But a big thank you, man, for giving us a sneak peek at some of that access that you have. And again, you can see the full thing at the Pregame Show. And maybe one day, man, hopefully for Media Day, Neely, I can dress up a little more. Alexis, your sidekick, told me that you thought I was, a little college-esque. Like maybe I was trying to relive some younger years here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the hoodie, looking at the new haircut, and I thought you were going back to Mission College and school days. I thought I was looking at a Gammite, getting ready to play as Gamma Phi Gamma. So go Gammites, go Mission College. You get them, Tyler.
Look, man, I repledge every year. Me Phi Me. It is the go-to fraternity here in my house. Now, I did marry a beautiful young lady of the AKA persuasion, but on my side of the fence, man, it has always been Me Phi Me. So this is the Me Phi Me get up right here.
You're looking good, brother. We're enjoying it. We're enjoying it. Hey, and let me tell you this, man, as far as this partnership, relationship between the Pregame Show and HBCU Game Day, we couldn't be prouder. Coach Prime has even told me he sees the content and he's enjoying the quality and the level that we're putting out there. So as it relates to that Jackson State space and the things going on in Jackson, Mississippi, we hope to continue working with you, man, and being the eyes and boots on the ground for HBCU Game Day and sharing just a glimpse of what's taking place at 1400 Lynch Street.
Hey, man, it's all for the people. Got to give the people what they want. That's what we're
Got to give the people. Give the people what they want.
Nah, for sure, man. All right, look, you have a good weekend, man. I'm going to hang out with your buddy Charles in Birmingham on Tuesday. I'm going to work him to death, man. Charles, here, go talk. Charles. So
I'm going to be there too.
I'm going to work both of you to death. I'm going to be in line with that chicken breast. That's my mission. Big chicken breast on Tuesday, Birmingham. All right. Enough fooling around. Neely, thanks a lot, man. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, you too, man. Be safe.